I'm at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas, and I have a couple of panels that I'll be moderating. But as part of my coverage, I'm also attending a few panels. And I heard something really interesting today that sort of harkened me back to my experience as a caregiver for my brother. Some of you may know I had an older brother and an only sibling who died of cancer in 2017. He was diagnosed at stage 4, so it was a death sentence from the start, even though we didn't know it at the time. Anyway, one of the things that as a caregiver I did very often, especially in the last 6 to 10 months of his life, was just showing up at the emergency room. He would have these recurring fevers and we wouldn't know why. And so you go to the emergency room. I'm also a mother of 2. I have a family of my own, so I'm tired and exhausted. And because his case was complex, he would get admitted very often to the hospital, and then would come a stream of providers trying to figure out what is going wrong with this man who's, 43, 44 years old. And what happened that was really frustrating to me as a caregiver was like the number of times I had to say the same thing over and over and over. So everyone who would come in, from the emergency room physician to all the specialists that would come in when he was admitted, was, "What brought you to the hospital today?" And at one point I was so irritated, I said, "Why don't you just, take a video of me when I'm explaining this to you, so I don't have to say this, at 4 a.m. and at 12 p.m. the next day." So it was very frustrating for me. And so at South by Southwest, I just came from a panel that was talking about trust in technology and trust in innovation. And obviously the panel talked about AI. And we had the Chief Digital Officer of City of Hope, which is a group of advanced cancer center clinics, talk about Hope LLM, which is a proprietary platform developed with both open source and commercially available large language models to help patients. Here's what the Chief Digital Officer of City of Hope explained, which I thought was so fascinating.
First and foremost, I've been at City of Hope about 1.5 years now, and when I arrived, Hope LLM was something that was being developed. And I helped nurture it, move it forward, re-architect it to be scaled, etc. But our team is a fantastic team that we have. So I wanted to make sure they get proper credit for the work that they've done. Amazing as a very small but mighty AI engineering and advanced analytics team. But, we talked about being patient-centric, right? And we all have felt this. Number one, we wanted to address, onboarding is overwhelming, right? When you go to a new place, right? It's always, it takes long, etc. Number 2, repeating the story is really exhausting, right? You can have one person to another, like, man, I told you this already.
Hallelujah. The fact that you don't have to repeat, it's really a blessing. And I think only people who have been in a patient or a caregiver's shoes can truly, truly understand. One of the other discussions on this panel was the ability to have different voices reflected. And I really am guessing and hoping that this idea that, don't make the patient repeat the same information came from some lived experience. So cheers to Hope LLM. It does many other things besides what I mentioned, but really, really pleased about this.